Hey, what up, y'all? In today's video, it is a very special one for me because it is the first self tutorial that I've put out on YouTube. So in today's video, I am going to be demonstrating the taper. As you can see right here, the first guideline is with the trimmer. It is zero gapped. It is the Babyliss Skeleton FX. And as you can see, my taper lines are already edged up. I do this because I definitely feel it brings out the fade a little bit more than doing it after you set in the guidelines. I've said in all my videos that if you do edge up first, you're going to be able to kind of see what you need to attack for the fades as far as the dark spots and to control the contrast as well. And so for this next step, I do have the Babyliss shaver in hand. I'm not going all the way up to that first guideline that I set in. I can if I want to, but I want to be able to control it since it is in the back of my head. It is a little bit tougher to take out guidelines. So after that step, I am going to be setting in the next, or as you guys can say, the first guideline, which is the lever all the way open. And then I'm going to come under it with the lever all the way closed using that close to open method. So as I attack that bottom line, I'm going to be opening up the lever one by one. If you guys cut with this tool before, it is the Babyliss Clipper FX. It does have a notch system, so it is easier to control your guidelines and see where you're at with the clipper. For this next step, I do have the trimmer in hand just to remove that bottom line that my lever close couldn't take out. And then I'm going to be fading up, so I'm not going to set in the guideline. So right now I have the half guard all the way open. So again, not setting in a guideline just because my head or my hair is already pretty short. So I don't need to be setting in a one guideline as I would if I'm fading down. So I'm just going to be fading up. So you guys can see I'm going with the hair growth. So as the hair is growing left on my left side, I'm going to be going right, so against the grain. I'm going to pause it right here, show you guys a little bit more detailed look right here. You guys can see the hair is going right down on my right side, so I'm going to be going against the grain. It's always good to know the direction of your hair growth or your client's hair growth. This would definitely help bring out the fade a little bit more, help you control the contrast as well. But yeah, I thought it was very important to pause this step and again take the time to break it down, because I feel like this is a struggle in a lot of beginner barbers. So if you guys can control the direction of your client's hair growth, definitely point that out before you start the fade. So you guys can see right here, I am going to take off that half guard and begin to attack any dark spot that I see. I'm using the clipper all the way open. I'm definitely sorry about the focus angles. My first time using this camera, so it is going to be focusing in and out. But again, using that lever all the way open, going to be using the last three teeth just to take out any dark spots. So I'm not using the full blade, using that corner of the blade. For this next step, I did throw on the half guard, just trying to knock down that line that is sitting symmetrical with my occipital bone. It was kind of tough to film this side of the cut just because I wanted to make sure I was getting this side. As you can see where my hand is and where I have to place my arm. This was kind of the challenge of the self cut, but I was able to get the right side and switch over the camera angle. Same rules apply. I am going to be using that half guard. I'm going to be having the lever semi-open, semi-closed, and then I'm going to just kind of fade it up, and then I'm going to try to knock down that bottom line. As you guys can see, it's a little bit dark, so I'm going to close the lever, and then anything that I can't take out with the closed lever, going to be opening the lever with no guard on. And if that doesn't take out, I'm going to keep closing the lever. So you guys can see right here. I'll let you guys watch this process. All right, and so taking a look at this taper, it is pretty much almost complete. Just gonna go back and detail with the half guard or the no guard on real quick. But again, focusing on the top portion of this taper, which to me is the hardest part of the taper, just because you are dealing with bigger guards, you are trying to remove more hair and not trying to set in any guideline or take it up. But here we go, got a 360 view real quick. So as you guys can see, I did throw on the one guard all the way open. So this is just the one guard all the way open. I'm not trying to set in any guideline. I'm just trying to remove any dark spot that I see using my corner method. And then right after this guard, I did throw on the 1.5 guard, just because I want to preserve the darkness, that bulk area. I'm not trying to eliminate it, but instead just trying to break it down. So I did play it safe, threw on the 1.5 guard. It is all the way open. As you guys can see, just trying to attack any of those dark spots, trying to eliminate it, not trying to shift up the darkness because I'm trying to preserve it. And then I did end up closing it, and then anything else after that, did throw on the one guard. It is all the way open as well. So as you guys can see, this next step, I do have the trimmer in hand just to re-edge up my taper lines. This will definitely enhance the taper as well. But as I go right above my ear, I'm going to be turning my trimmer around using my corners, as you guys can see at this angle. I'm not going to be using the full blade right above or behind my ear, but going to be using the very corners of my trimmer just to make sure I'm very precise with this edge up. So for this last step, I do have the Babyliss shaver in hand just to clean up any stubble that my trimmer couldn't pick up, clean up that bottom area. YouTube, thank you for tuning in to this video. Check out the before process of this taper. Not too bad, but a little edge up and taper goes a long way as well. Here is the after. I think it came out pretty clean. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe. The Real Barber Joe on YouTube and Instagram. Thank you.